In Geni, I was responsible from perspective of corporation. In Geni, I was responsible for everything that was happening on creation market. And here,
What does it mean being responsible for everything that is happening?
so for the sales result, for the partners, for the plans, for the people. So I was operating director. My position was deputy director. I was operating director who manage and who delegates everything, who manage everything and talk to the board in Slovenia. So everything what was happening in Croatia, every result, every problem, I was responsible for this. And in this position,
You were reporting to the CEO, I suppose.
Yeah, reporting to the board. Managing board in Slovenia is responsible for the all markets in Geni.
Okay.
And reporting to board, last president of the managing board was Robert Golob. Robert Golob is now prime minister in Slovenia. Then a couple of things started to happen in Geni. And in that time, I decided to leave because Geni was fully politically company now in Slovenia, and many things are now fully connected.
It's a big promotion to become prime minister from being a CEO of a company.
See, yeah. He fight with politics because in that moment they wanted to. He had problem with politics in that time, and he said, "Okay, I will fight with you, and I will take your position." And this was happened. So he's from CEO. He beat this Janša guy and go to the prime minister. But now new elections are next month, and we will see how this will be now, because everyone is expecting that he will win. If not, many changes will be happening in Geni.
I suppose.
Yeah, because his people and his guys now are running the company.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Last time when this happened and he became prime minister, everything stopped for 1 year. Because, a lot of people he took from company, moved them to the parliament, took them for the right hands. And he said, okay, I need now this, and then we will focus on Geni. And because of this, Geni suffered for 1 year. A lot of decisions didn't go because we didn't have managing board in this time. So it was really tough. And now, if we fails, it will be a lot of changes in Geni.
So, what I understand and read, once he came into power, he changed all the board.
Yeah.
Just people that he knows, like his friends, family, I don't know.
Yeah.
And not necessarily professional that know the business.
This was problem, and this is the problem in Geni, because many people are not understand the job. And okay, they are good managers, but they don't have energy sector. But they didn't want to listen the specialists from the energy sector, not only here in Slovenia, because they had like forces. Still they don't see the opportunities here, and because of this, Geni is very slow in everything. I know a couple of projects that they lose in the couple of months because of we don't know what we want. He first replaced 2 people, then he moved them back because he understands we can go further without them.
Okay.
So he rid of them for the 1 year, and then he called them back. Okay, come back to me. They came.
And others?
And others are new, but this was his people.
His people?
Yeah. His people, on the CEO or president of the managing board is now Max. Max is a lawyer. And everyone talked, okay, you put the lawyer on the head of energy company,
What's the connection?
But the connection is he, of course. He believed to him, he put instruction to him, and he can manage him.
And he tells him what to do, basically. Is there a strong supervisory board or strong board of directors, or basically everything is done according to what Max is saying? Which is what I think.
Now I will say that is what Max is saying, that is checked with all supervisors. They do not need to go on the additional approvals because Max will handle this.
Max will close it directly with
Yes.
Robert.
Yeah. He took this. He took some part of the money from the Guinea. You know, he started to use Guinea as his field for the.
I understand the concept, but I didn't understand the example.
For example, the price in 2022 or 2023 got raised. If he said next moment, okay, all suppliers in Slovenia will give, I don't know, 15% from the revenues from the supply. They will give to the government. The government can give this to the household. That they need to not pay these huge prices for the electricity. But when he was the CEO, when government wanted to took this, he always be, oh no, we can't give you this problem. We need this money. You know, he changed. Really, he said, okay, I will now use Geni because Geni can give me money. But when he was the CEO, he said, no, you can go like this. You know, he fast changing his mind. He flipped. Yeah.